Alrighty then. Okay, I guess I have to quit. That's really stupid. I don't know what you're talking about, right guy. Hello.
I'm here.
Alright, welcome aboard, Snacks. Hello, Rye Guy. Hello, Austin. Hello, Lester. Hello, Kyle. How's everybody doing tonight? Okay. So it's been a minute, but we are back on Starfield. It's the first hot chocolate of the winter. Haven't made
Nice.
this in like at least 6 months. I have just enough left over from last year to last a few weeks. But I'm gonna have to get more at some point.
Exploring the galaxy is hard work. Trust me, I know. Stop by sometime. Let's talk. Just us adventurers, okay?
I'm working on the last little bit right now. Should be
Oh, okay.
done
Cool.
in just a minute.
Oh wow, this thing's incredible.
Okay, if you insist.
No. Starfield is a single player game. Snacks is just on the call with me. You can hear him. But he's not playing this game with me. He's just hanging out on the call.
Woo!
He's a little busy right now, but he is here and he'll be here a little later as well. He's taking care of adult things. By which I mean grown-up things, not like he's shooting a porn film or something.
I'm doing unspeakable things, exactly.
What? But
The heck? Get started! Forget this!
You're okay, right? Well, they don't need it now.
man, I'm barely taking any damage. This is OP as heck. I know there are more of you. Yeah, I agree, Santi. But it's a small price to pay. I mean, apparently the guy who did the voice of the merchant in the original RE4 was also the guy who did Leon, so they didn't get the same Leon, so they're not going to have the same merchant. That just kind of makes sense, right?
One thing I really can't understand, in terms of Leon's character model in Resident Evil 4, the remake, is that in the original, he looked a lot older,
Mm-hmm.
you know, a lot more experienced, a lot more muscular, a lot more like, not only that he had grown as a man, but also that he had converted himself completely from being a rookie police officer to a special forces badass in the time since we last seen him. That's what it was like in the original, comparing the original Resident Evil 2 character model for Leon to the original Resident Evil 4 character model for Leon.
Yeah.
Then you look at the remakes, and it's the exact same fucking character model as the Resident Evil 2 remake.
Well, I'll say this. In the original Resident Evil 2, like the one they made in 1998, Leon's character was a wet behind the ears, first day on the job cop, right?
Exactly.
Basically a square. And then in Resident Evil 4, he's completely different. This
Right.
Resident Evil 4 Leon matches up better with the Resident Evil 2 remake Leon for sure. I will say that.
But in the time since we last seen him, Leon spent the last 6 years training as, you know, part of a special forces borderline mercenary group under Jack Krauser. And the remake goes in a little bit more detail and all that shit with that. Like they do a lot more to try to bridge the gap between what happened RE2 and RE4 to Leon than they did in the original, which I really liked. But that's just the problem I have is looking at the character model. I'm like, it looks like the same exact fucking guy. And I'm like, you're telling me 6 years of aging would have no impact on his appearance? Or because, like what you're describing, I mean, guy with the best example that I could come up with, given the circumstances, would be comparing an 18-year-old who's fresh out of boot camp to a guy who's nearly 30 and has been a Navy SEAL for half a decade.
Okay, yeah. I
You
can
know?
get behind that. Because Resident Evil 2 Remake Leon doesn't really act anything like Resident Evil 2 Original Leon. So I feel like... I don't know how I feel about that, but it does match.
Yeah. But, I mean, in terms of the story and the gameplay, everything was great. I'm just the kind of guy who complains about the appearances of things. Like, who remembers when I bitched about the appearance of Spider-Man and Spider-Man PS4? Because I hate it when Spider-Man appears as being rail thin for some bullshit reason.
All
Because the
yours.
Spider-Man I grew up with was fucking yoked.
See, that's why all games should be like San Andreas. You should just be able to make them as yoked out as you want.
And conversely, as morbidly obese as you want. Imagine if in Spider-Man 3 you could be a fat Spider.
Remember that joke Spider-Man comic book cover? Where, like, he's obese and he can't do anything? Aunt May's getting kidnapped, but I can't do anything. I'm too fat to swing on my webs.
Hilarious. I'm looking at her right now. She's hanging off a fucking flagpole on the side of a building. Aunt May's in terrible danger, but I can't save her because I'm too fat. His web just keeps snapping. That is hilarious.
Actually, with obesity rates in America right now, that comic cover ended up being pretty apt. Pretty apropos.
Much the same way that in a story about a guy with superpowers, the least realistic thing would be that the black guy would be fine. Oh god.
Where'd them ceiling birds come from?
Exactly.
Hold on, everyone! Take him down!
My main issue is I don't like how much the merchant talks. He has too many voice lines. I like how the original merchant had like 10 total voice lines that he would just repeat. This guy is a chatterbox, and I'm not a huge fan of it. I will admit that.
One thing I think is kind of weird, and I'm not saying it's weird bad, it's just weird like, I definitely didn't expect that, is the merchant gives you gameplay advice. When you're about to enter an area where you will be completely incapable of returning to it for the rest of the game, that you're moving on and there will be no backtracking, the merchant actually says to you, hey, you should finish up any errands or anything else that you wanted to do in this area before you move on.
Yeah, you're right.
I was like, what the fuck? We've come a long way from, I'll buy it at a high price.
Yeah, because who like they never really said what the merchant was. He was just the dude you used to get new weapons. I mean, some people theorize he's Las Plagas, who somehow kept his brain. Some people think that he's, you know, a somebody who's working for Wesker. So, you know, people think all these different things about him, but it seemed pretty clear to me in the game that he was just there trying to make a buck, you know?
Right. Exactly.
And in this game, I feel more like he's actually an ally. And that's not bad, it's just different.
Yeah, I think he is no more and no less than exactly what he appears to be, right down to his name. He's just a merchant, you know. He's a guy who saw an opportunity to sell guns, and fucking took advantage because he wanted to make money. In Resident Evil 8, there's a character named Duke who suffers a who fulfills a very similar role to the merchant. He does the exact same thing. He, he sells you ammo and supplies, guns if you need them. It's where you buy your upgrades. You sell them treasures and shit like that. He's the merchant of Resident Evil 8. But he's a lot more important and involved in the story than the merchant is in RE4. However, he has a voice line where he references the merchant from RE4. Where you can interact with him, and he says different lines every time you interact with him. One of the lines is, "What are you buying?" Then he starts laughing, and he says, "Sorry, that's just something one of my old friends used to say."
Right.
And RE8 is supposed to take place in... I don't know if it's a made-up country or not, but it's basically Romania.
Certainly. Let's talk about something else.
It's like maybe that dude just travels all over Europe. He's a well-known arms dealer.
Decided to take things to the next level. I had the key, a few UC ships, and a couple of ex-cons at my side. But I needed more. So I sent out the call.
Oh, yeah.
Once word got around, it didn't take long for freelance pirates from every corner of the Seven Cities
Get
to
the water
show
bottle.
up.
And this is how the Crimson Fleet was born.
Exactly. The key became our base of operations. We spent months reinforcing our position there, making it nearly impossible to approach.
What was the UC's response to the situation?
First of all, UC Security gave up and handed the reins over to the big guns, the UC Navy. The Navy, in turn, sent ships to attack the key. I'd say there have been 3 major attacks over the last few years. And as you can tell by the fact we're having this interview, all the attacks were embarrassing failures.
Do you feel these embarrassing failures led them to form UC Systems?
Absolutely. They've clearly given up and decided to shove the responsibility onto a separate division. That way, in the public eye, the UC Navy can move forward, proud and strong, while UC SysDef continually takes all the blame.
You did this
All
to
about
me.
PR spin for them, Gale. That's how the UC operates. Kinda distant.
I can decrypt and re-encode thousands of credits in seconds, but something as simple as this...
I believe so,
I
JB.
didn't
I've
see
been to
coming.
Neon a
Not
couple
in the
times.
slightest.
Yes,
And
I
now
have
because
been.
of you, my bomb's been activated. Which means I'm as good as dead. You're right, I did. But I never thought I'd be staring the reason for its activation right in the face. I've paid you well, treated you with respect, and kept trouble off your back more than a few
Dude,
times.
I've met you once. You haven't done
Look
shit for
me
me.
in the eye and tell me why you've allowed this to happen to me.
Yeah, Resident Evil 7 is a game I'm finally going to play probably over the next couple weeks. I have not gotten to it, and it's October, so it's a good opportunity.
You owe me that much. At this point, I can't blame Delgado for activating the bomb. If I was in his place, I'd do the same thing, without hesitation. Well, now that you're here, I don't expect that you'll stay and watch my rather spectacular ending.
Oh,
So why
we
don't
have
you
ourselves
just
a
get out of
raid
my sight and let
from
me die in peace?
7N4 with 14 viewers. Thank you very
Nice.
much for the raid. Thank you, everybody, for showing up.
The bomb in my chest is expressly designed to punish me for my mistakes.
So far,
Not
so good,
everyone
7.
else. The worst that could happen to the key would be having to wash my guts off of the walls of the core. After everything I just said, you'd still be willing to help me. I must be a complete fool. Because even though it makes no sense, I believe you. The only way to deactivate the bomb is through Delgado's computer and operations. You'll probably need his ID to get in. I don't know why you're helping me, but I sincerely hope this isn't another one of your tricks.
You know, I am genuinely shocked at how much my keyboard looks like a brand new keyboard since I cleaned it.
Oh, that's good. Is it working better?
I think so. I don't think it's working like a brand new keyboard, but very close. I'm not having this volume of problems that I was having before. Blow him up just for the goatee? Well, I mean, he didn't do anything wrong by me. He was actually pretty courteous the whole time. So I may just allow him to live, as long as it's not too inconvenient to do so.
Wanna try that on?
Dude, this gun is the most OP thing I've ever seen. I mean, look at this goddamn thing. It's basically like an AA-12 with 150 bullets in it, in effect.
A pile of Christ to whoever kills the rook!
They may as well be made of tissue paper. Yes, 7. This is the Crimson Fleet questline. Knocking off them dirty space pirates. Okay, I want to save my ammo for that gun now. Yeah. I'm going to end up having not done a lot of stuff in this game because I'm not planning on doing many more side quests than I already have. But I actually like the game a lot. And I was not expecting to love it. But I think it's up there with the better games Bethesda has made personally. Okay, alright. Since I know we're not going to be able to keep any of the money that we helped liberate, I may as well take as much loot as I can.
Oh, you gotta be fucking shitting me. I am furious.
What?
There is a maintenance once a month on the website that I need to submit this project to, and now is the maintenance. In 10 p.m. and 6 a.m.
7 and 4, thank you for the follow. Oh, so you're not going to be able to submit it until 6 a.m. tomorrow?
Yes, and... oh, fuck me.
Can you circumvent it, like email it to the professor and say... Hey,
Well, yeah, I can send it to them, and I already have, but what the professor sees and what the website accepts is two different things. Like, I hand it in to the professor, but it's the website, it's like an independent grading system kind of a thing. It's convoluted and difficult to explain, but basically this means that I'm probably not going to get any feedback until Monday. Because you know how it is, it's going to give me some shit about, oh, well, we need to blah, blah, blah. Pissed.
I mean, that would probably be the case even if you were able to submit it tonight, honestly.
I don't know, I'm just fucked. If they cut my aid here, like I can't go to school anymore. I'm just done.
I hate it when this
Because
happens.
that would be like a 6-month wait, and I'm like, well then what the fuck am I supposed to do with my life now? You know?
Okay, 7. And JB, thank you for the follow. Okay. Hey, dickhead.
Came back to finish the job personally? I don't know who the hell you are anymore. I thought I did, but clearly, I was wrong. What the hell happened to you? You had Creeks' legacy in your hands, and you gave it away. For what? For honor? Justice? Looking out for number one, huh? So you did pick up some of my dirty habits. Maybe I taught you too well. You know, when we were on Suvorov, I saw the potential for you to become a badass pirate. One of
A
the
badass
best.
pirate. I
Now
would be
you
a
suddenly
badass
expect
pirate.
me to believe I have been fooled the entire time? That this was some kind of elaborate game you have been playing? No. No way. For once in your life, be honest with me. Admit that you were tempted. The fucking world is falling down around me! I think that entitles me to whatever the hell I want. It is obvious that no matter what I say, you have no intention of honoring our
Yeah,
pact.
no shit. I've killed like
Clearly
90%
never
of your
did.
pirate
I
buddies.
have already locked down the key and set its reactors to overload. Soon, you, me, and everyone near this station are going to be vaporized. Let's see how far that loyalty to Sistef takes you now. And spend the rest of my life in the brig without a credit to my name? Why would I do that? So you noticed. And yeah, believe me, keeping people from
Whoa.
burying a knife in your back wasn't easy. Fine, you win. Standing down the reactors. With the legacy
Yeah,
gone, put that
see,
in the water anyway.
there's no way in the
Before
universe
you
I
have
should have been
your
able to
gun
do
locked
that.
I'm gonna leave you with some parting words. Whether you know it or not, you're damn good at being a pirate. It's in your blood. One of these days, that's all gonna hit you. And I'll be waiting for you in my cell to tell you I told you so.
I cannot believe there was actually an ability in that game to make him surrender. To make him just be like, okay, I'll go spend the rest of my life in jail. When clearly I'm somebody who would commit harakiri to prevent that. But hey, I probably get a better reward for it.
Hey, Dusty. If you're ever thinking to yourself,
Oh, you sided with the pirates? I'll bet you get more money that way. Like in real life.
I could really... listen to Barrett's dulcet voice right now. Then instead of dreaming about me, stop by and say hello, okay?
Go! You've taken everything else from me. The least you can do is give me a moment of peace.
Not really, but alright. Nothing left for me to do here. Yeah, but
Tell
this,
us about your arrest.
this quest line makes me think of, like Dead Money in Fallout. I really like this one. This is probably the best quest line in this game so far, too. It must be said, though, that there are going to be a lot of quest lines that I'm not going to do, so... That's not me coming from a very comprehensive place. You know what I kind of can't believe hasn't happened yet?
What?
An animated Calvin and Hobbes movie or TV show. How have they not tried that yet? Just a random thought that I had earlier today. With them trying to cash in on as much stuff as possible. How has that not at least been an effort?
Find anything worth selling or using?
Excuse me. Howdy. Excuse me.
Very nice. Give me your ammo and your money.
Yes.
Okay. Hello.
Hello.
A lot on your mind?
We've detached. Let's get out of here.
Wait a minute. How am I supposed to do? Wait, where's the vigilance?
Nice clean dock, Captain.
That was real impressive flying, kid. You earned your wings today.
Thank you, sir. I was just trying to do my part.
A lot of heroes on this.
Oh my god, I got golf claps after everything I just did. I killed like 8 billion pirates. And you guys are golf clapping me? Screw you.
Great job.
Okay, there we go. That I can appreciate.
At ease, soldier. I believe congratulations are in order. With this decisive blow, the end of the Crimson Fleet is all but assured. But as much as I'd like to begin this celebration, technically we're still in the process of wrapping up the operation. On that note, Lieutenant, what do you have for me?
Reports are coming in right now, Commander. Delgado and Shinya Voss have been taken into custody. Also, we've transferred personnel to the Key to secure the location until the United Colonies decides what they want to do with the station.
And what about Neva Mura?
According to our reports, Neva led the strike force that attacked the Vigilance. Unfortunately,
Oh,
that was the
god
last
damn
we
it, I
saw
wanted
of
to
her.
kill her so
It
bad.
looks like she managed to escape. We don't know her current whereabouts, but I have our operations team looking into it.
That's fine. Overall, excellent news, Lieutenant. I have to admit, for the first time in 7 years, I don't know what to say. How about you? I know that was difficult. You hanging in there? You should be. What you've done to serve the UC in this short amount of time is more than most people could hope to do in their entire lives.
If Mast isn't already printing up a batch of recruitment posters with your face on them, they should be.
I've twisted arms and cashed in some favors at Mast. I wanted to make sure you got a share of the money you recovered from the legacy.
Oh, alright.
Call it a reward, a token
It better
of
be
appreciation,
significant, because there was a
whatever the hell you want.
ridiculous amount of money in
But you
that ship.
absolutely earned every credit.
We appreciate it, but if we did it for the credits, we probably wouldn't be talking right now.
Bah, the hell with that. Enjoy the reward for once. You deserve it.
Commander, are you sure you didn't hit your head during the battle?
Decorum, Lieutenant? Damn, I'm going to be really sorry to see you go. You've really become an important part of our team. It won't be the same around here without you.
Although, if you feel like staying aboard, I'm sure I could give you access to the SysDef mission board. That is, if you can stand spending another minute with us.
I mean, you guys threatened to arrest me earlier because I killed people, so...
No rush. You've been through a lot. I understand. If you change your mind, the Vigilance will be stationed here at the Key for a while. We have quite the mess to clear up. Anyway, enough talk. You've earned a break, and I'm sure you wish to celebrate. Here's your promised reward. And wherever you might find yourself, my best wishes travel with you.
Oh! I just got 250,000 credits. Wow, they did give me a significant portion of the legacy. Okay, I was not expecting that. That's crazy.
Once news of the fleet, remember to turn in any evidence fragments you find. We'll be here if you need us.
We really took it to those pirate bastards.
I have. Got a minute to chat?
Don't seem relieved.
Maybe a few minutes. Probably not.
Okay.
Hours, though. But no guarantees.
You know, Scarecrow Bar, I actually think it was 7 million.
Uh-oh. What are we talking about here?
Switching over to standard engines.
This is UC Security. Preparing to be scanned for contraband.
Oh shit. Oh shit. God bless the United States. Okay, I gotta find some place I can go where I can sell this stuff where I won't get scanned.
Renegade.
I have. Hey, if you have time, I've been thinking about some things. Wanted to talk to you about.
Or maybe I'll throw it in the cargo hold, I guess.
You're handling this whole captain thing really well, you know.
Jabba, you're a wonderful human being.
All green on release. We're free to fly.
Okay, so I'm gonna go sell some garbage, and then we're going to hammer the main quest stuff.
Gosh.
You are entering United
I
Colonies space.
wasn't thinking.
Maintain course
Fucking.
and prepare to be scanned.
Jesus.
God damn it. Okay, I don't know when the check happens. I'm hoping it happens after the autosave.
Be advised, you are entering United Colonies space. Please maintain course and prepare to be scanned. Scan complete. You are cleared to land at New Atlantis. Please enjoy your visit to Jemison.
Okay, good. Jesus. Alright, be right back, guys. Welcome back, everybody. Today, we're playing Counter-Strike.
Yay.
This place is a delight. Take a break. Let's chat.
Yeah. So I haven't been keeping track at all on if people like Counter-Strike 2 or not. I have no idea if it's good.
I believe the consensus is that it's buggy as you'd expect, and people struggling to get it going because it's a new game and all the kind of shit that entails.
Right.
But the major problem is that I think Counter-Strike Global Offensive is no longer able to even be played.
Man, that was one of the biggest games in the world. How could
Yeah,
they take that away? That was stupid.
It's not an intelligent decision.
Ah, you're awake. Let's get going, shall we?
I hope you are satisfied with the quarters of it.
Yeah.
You might want this.
Alright, let's get rid of our stuff.
All this stuff is absolute. Watch your back out there.
Gotta call someone's power cable.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't put any stock into us losing to them last year. I don't feel like that means anything.
And my mother wanted me to be a doctor.
But 26.5 seems high because you know we're going to come out flat after that Oregon game.
It's cliche, but it's true. You won't find a better select.
listen to Barrett's dulcet
The Trade
voice
Authority
right
appreciates your visit.
Instead of dreaming about me, stop by and say hello, okay?
I'm gonna sell the keel hauler.
Thing about the trade. The Trade Authority has access to goods and services. Of course, of course.
I'm not gonna use it enough. Oh wait, right. It's actually my most. Maybe I would
Pleasure
use
dealing
it.
with
I
you.
don't know. I just don't like how full my inventory is right now. I don't know. I'm still not counting USC out the way some people are. I don't think they're as bad as the perception of them is right now.
I can't imagine how a leader knows that, and I'm proud to call modest too. What you did took me. If he had gotten to, I don't know what we'd be. Good. And if they all thanks. That's the hope and the dream. But if they do, got a moment? Let's catch up. Hey, so it's been a long time since, and you haven't. See, that's what makes. On that note,
I do not care
so,
about any of
they
this,
sent
so I'm
me a
just going to
cop.
fast forward
It was
through
a
this.
claim.
I'm just trying to
Looks
get
like
him to shut up.
He wasn't even on the. Anyway, they said he killed. That caused. It looks like they. So anyway, who was a no-show too? They tried to take his. That doesn't mean we can't. And if nothing else, so here's. I don't want to press out. Should I tell? For that much money? You know, who knows? But that's thinking.
Alright. I just want to get him to shut up.
I asked my boss what they're doing to stop new alien.
I guess people are theorizing that Cameron Rising will not be back this year. He's just going to miss the whole year. And maybe come back for next year. Because it'll be a red shirt.
Anything I can help you with?
Okay, I think I know what to do here.
I don't know.
You will be scanned as you enter the city.
Yeah. I don't know. I kind of went into this season expecting to win every game except for the USC game. Maybe I need to change my mind there. Maybe I just need to get my head around the fact that USC is not as good as expected.
Seems like we've been gone forever.
So, what's new with you today?
I need to maybe dump all my resources into my safe or something. I'm not going to do it right now, but I really do think we're going to beat Utah and Oregon State. So I still kind of look at that USC game and think to myself, this is trouble. Oh shit, I forgot.
Time to leave this place behind. Orbital pattern locked in.
I think I have an idea here. Yeah, that's true, David. That's actually a really good point. Although the coaches seem to kind of indicate that it was pretty minor and they expect him to play against Arizona State, so this is kind of a significant week. So let's see if I can do it like this.
Home sweet home. Or bittersweet home, I suppose.
The thing is, I don't feel like we played that well against Oregon. I feel like we didn't play that well. So it's not like I'm sitting here waiting for the team to have an off game. I can't do it like this. And doing it by hand is going to be a tremendous pain in the butt. I'm not going to do that. That's not happening.
I'm so excited to see Tony up to it.
You ever hear that one about
Yeah, Michigan's the best team in the country, aren't they? They just have to be. Michigan looks way better than any other team, I kind of feel like. Their defense is just so dominant every single game they play.
Hey, what can I do? Sure thing. We'll get it fixed.
I have something for you.
I'm a groomer, not a loser.
Northwest is firing. Achieving orbit now.
All right. Back to the main quest, boys. Let's get it. I just sent you a zeet.
Good to go for landing.
Good to see you.
FSU's probably going to sleepwalk to being undefeated, but I can't imagine they get much respect. The best team they've played this year is going to be LSU. Like, I don't see anybody looking at that and going, oh, FSU's an amazing team. I imagine that they're going to eventually have to play somebody. Oh, wait, you're right. They're in the ACC. They're not going to have to play anybody. They're going to play, like, Miami. Damn. So they really are just going to sleepwalk to a playoff spot.
Well, hey now, Miami is based.
No, Miami's the team that needed to knee the ball to win, but instead ran the ball, fumbled, and blew the game. That's not based.
Yeah, I meant the city, not the team.
Okay.
No, I'm pretty sure I said it when it happened. The Dolphins are pretty much absorbing all brains involved with Miami-related football and all.
I mean, honestly, you can't have every team in that city be good. You have the Marlins making the playoffs. You have the Dolphins.
Exactly.
Like, it just wouldn't be fair.
Exactly.
Sorry, guys, you seem cool, but I need your resources. If you guys aren't hostile, then blame my radar for indicating you guys were hostiles before we engaged. It's not my fault. Blame the technology. Yeah, I really wish FSU had to play at least one elite team this year so they could get exposed.
This never gets old.
just need... Okay. Let's see what's in this cave, huh? Now that we're in close quarters, I can whip out my shotgun. At least Oklahoma has one really impressive win, right? That Texas win is legit. Please. Justin Pervert. That stat you linked me the other day, Snacks, was insane. He's got 13 interceptions in one-score games in the fourth quarter. No one else has more than 8.
Yeah, that is, it's like, being that I'm a fan of a team that has a quarterback in for them, we constantly hear about Herbert because of, you know, how close it was, that it was different. But, I am super glad that we didn't fucking take Herbert, man. That guy is the definition of fucking fraud. Like, holy shit.
And how do the Chargers always end up with that quarterback? The guy who puts up monster stats and has talent? Like, I think Phillip Rivers is the all-time leader in failed comebacks, where he had the opportunity to win the game at the end and failed. So they always end up with this exact archetype of quarterback. It's crazy. Yeah, that is true. I guess that's what happens when you're owned by the worst owner in sports. Nobody good is going to want to work for your ass. All the evils in the world are both committed and endorsed by Dean Spanos.
Exactly. As a tradition.
It'll heal. Exhilarating, isn't it? To be the first person to scan these things.
Very nice.
Have anything about it?
So, did you uninstall BG3?
I will soon. I haven't even booted up my fucking Steam in a while. Like, I was probably gonna do it today, except fucking the whole goddamn shit. I'm not gonna talk about it anymore. I'm still stressed.
Yeah, there's no way Iowa makes the playoff. They've already lost once, and they're going to lose again in the championship game. Yeah, Norv Turner was a pretty awful hire, but at least he was functional. Like, he wasn't bad in a Brandon Staley kind of way. Here's the thing, Brandon Staley was hired because he was a great defensive coordinator for the Rams. And his defenses have been bad, so he's not even good on that level. He literally isn't good at anything except for using analytics to go for it on fourth down a lot. But even that's not been good because it hasn't worked enough. Yeah, honestly, over the last 25 years, I feel like the Chargers have had as much talent as any team in the league outside of, like, you know, some obvious candidates like New England and probably one or two other teams. You'd probably put Seattle in that group, by the way.
See, one of the things about the Chargers that's so crazy in terms of them never winning anything at all is that they're one of the few teams in the league who can genuinely say that they replaced a first ballot Hall of Fame quarterback with another first ballot Hall of Fame quarterback.
Yeah.
Like, that is absolutely fucking bonkers. And the whole time that they had both of those guys, they also had arguably the best running back ever.
Yeah. And honestly, because of the numbers he's probably going to end up putting up, Herbert's on that path too. So they've basically had the same quarterback luck as the Packers have had, and they have nothing to show for it. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, even the Packers, like you just said, they didn't waste having Aaron Rodgers to have him leave and never have a ring.
Right, exactly. They at least won something. Like, the Packers went from Favre to Rodgers, and the Chargers, they had Fouts, and then there was a little bit of a dry spell, but then they get Breeze, then they get Rivers, now they have Herbert. Like, there are probably at least 25 teams out there that would kill for that string of QB luck. And nothing.
I have something for you.
Lifting off now.
The day the Chargers actually win something is going to be a very strange day.
Well, they never will. Truly cursed. At least not in our lifetimes. I mean, the Cubs went 108 years without winning a damn thing. You know, perfect example.
Yeah, that's true. The Lions are finally snapping out of their 60 years of irrelevance.
I'm still skeptical about that. They play in the worst division in football and the worst conference in football. I am not a believer.
But they have Jared Goof.
Seriously. Goff sucks. Anybody who believes in him deserves to be disappointed.
Landing strap primed. Retros firing.
Ready when you are.
Just attack the basket.
I like that comment. This lady seems oddly excited about this product. Good grief.
This lady seems oddly excited about the Chargers. Did you see the theory, the TikTok video that Daniel posted about the Chargers girl being an industry plant?
Oh, because she was like wearing a Vikings jersey at the same time or something?
Yeah, like they found a picture from her past of her wearing a Vikings jersey. And her story now is, I became a Chargers fan when they moved to LA, which is obviously a lie. Nobody became a Chargers fan when they moved to LA.
Exactly.
They either remained a Chargers fan from San Diego, or they stopped being a fan.
Mining is far more than just digging in the hole and hoping for the
That's
best.
why I say,
It's a whole science.
do not attribute to malice that which is adequately explained by stupidity. What I mean by that is, there's a much simpler explanation for this happening. She's a woman. Maybe she was interested in a guy who was a Vikings fan a few years ago, and now she's interested in a guy who's a Chargers fan.
I like it.
That's all it takes, bro.
And she ends up spending her energy and enthusiasm rooting for two teams that have never won anything and probably never will. Like, if you're gonna bandwagon,
Two teams that have won like a combined one playoff game in the last 20.
Yeah. At least, like, if you're gonna bandwagon, at least bandwagon, like, the Buccaneers or something. Or the Chiefs. Like, you do it right.
Right. Yeah, you know, exactly. Show them that you're a real, true legacy Buccaneers fan by saying you've been a fan since the Jameis Winston days.
I'm a lifelong Spurs fan. I've been a fan ever since they drafted Victor Wembanyama.
Exactly. Speaking of which, apparently people have been shitting themselves over how amazing he looks in the preseason.
I'm shivering here.
Because he dribbled the ball through somebody's legs.
Yeah, the
They're
nutmeg.
fascinated that a guy who's almost 8 feet tall Actually dribble the ball.
Well, that's how they teach him in Europe now. Everybody knows how to dribble.
Yeah. Spurs fans have extremely low expectations.
Look at all this helium I can steal. I don't know what I can do with helium, but I'm sure it will have some use.
You can convert it into helium.
What is up with all these fake 49ers fans? I've been a lifetime 49ers fan ever since they drafted Nick Bosa.
I have been a 49er fan since the days of Jimmy Garoppolo. You're going up against a legacy. My God.
I can't stand these bandwagon 49ers fans. I've been a fan forever. I've been a fan ever since they gave Brock Purdy his first NFL start.
Exactly. They believed in him when no one else did.
Jesus Christ.
Like, I genuinely don't believe there's a single person
it takes a millennia
in
for some
LA
gate formations
who
to
wasn't a Chargers fan before and
others, it can
became a
take
Chargers
days.
fan because they moved to LA. There's no Venn diagram there.
And exactly, and you're right in that she's exposing herself as a fake. That's why I'm saying that it's as simple as she just likes the guy who's a Chargers fan, and not that she's an NFL plant. Because you'd figure that an NFL plant would come up with a less stupid excuse.
Yeah.
And you're right. It obviously flags
Suppose I should
you
have
as
guessed.
not
It has
being
been
for real
too long since I
because
checked in.
no one in LA is
Andresia,
actually a Chargers fan.
Good to see you.
No one
Looking
would
a little
become a
more
Chargers fan because they
murdery
moved to
than usual.
LA because LA is Raiders
say they had
country.
it
And I
coming.
keep
You are the
being so
newest member,
surprised I
yes?
have to explain this
Do
to
they
people
often send you to check up on
who don't
other
live in
more
Southern
senior
California.
members?
The Raiders are basically Mexico's team. And if you're a Mexican, you root for the Raiders. Southern California is basically Mexico City. Just about everybody, or Los Angeles, I mean, but Southern California all over the place. Like, it's really fucking hard, to find in and around Southern California people who are football fans who are not Raiders fans. Even the Rams, who just won a fucking Super Bowl, it's almost impossible to find fucking Rams fans around here. And the Rams actually were invented in LA. And they got moved to St. Louis and they came back. There's at least a legacy there and the shit would make sense, but like, my God.
Yeah, if you did live in LA and you didn't have an NFL team and you're like, okay, I'm going to root for a team that just moved to LA, it would probably be the Rams. But I think there are very few people like that too. But there's no way anybody would be like, yeah, I'm going to latch onto the fucking Chargers.
That's why it was so fucking confusing to me why the Raiders went to Vegas. Like, yeah, the league's, probably not going to want to approve Los Angeles having 3 teams, but the Raiders are LA's team, period. Like,
Dutifully following orders. I should
some people, and I'll give them credit for this, some people try to defend Justin Herbert by saying, cut the guy some slack, he's never played a home game in his life.
Yeah, that's actually a really good point.
Always worth checking. Never know what you might find in their pockets.
Look at this place. Perfect shelter.
Come then. Meet your Then we are triumphant.
You know, I totally forgot about that big country.
Area secure.
About what? What's up?
I forgot that Dan Fouts also went to Oregon, like Herbert did. So the Chargers have spent high draft picks on 2 Oregon QBs. Aren't a lot of African Americans and LA fans of the Raiders too? Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
Didn't Mariota go to Oregon?
Yes.
See, I'm bringing that up because, holy shit, Chargers fans were going absolutely bonkers over Mariota. They were like, "Oh my God, he's the future GOAT!" Like they desperately wanted him so much. You have no idea how many Chargers fans my dad would interact with at work on a daily basis. Be saying some crazy shit like, "We need to trade absolutely everybody so we can get our hands on Mariota." Yeah, I think the Chargers may have a love affair with Oregon. Maybe the Portland Chargers is in our future.
That'd be pretty fucking funny.
Lamau. Seriously.
I respect that they play in Los Angeles now, but they will always be the San Diego Chargers to me. No, you must call them the LA Chargers. Yeah, Joey Harrington was another Oregon one. I remember him very well. Well, people were very, I mean, people were very cold on Herbert at draft time because he didn't show off his arm strength very much in college because of Cristobal's offense. We didn't know he could do the things he could do physically. So people in the draft did not like him very much. Now that we know his arm talent, it's a little different. Now his issue is something else entirely. It has nothing to do with his arm. It has much more to do with his brain.
I was only barely paying attention to what you said. What?
No, I was talking about how when Herbert was in college, his offense basically never asked him to do much with his arm. Like, he didn't show off his arm strength and arm talent. So when draft time came around, a lot of people did not like him very much because they were just like, oh, this is just another fucking Blake Bortles or Blaine Gabbert. And then he got to the NFL and they're like, oh, he can actually, like, throw it 75 yards off his back foot. Like, Jesus Christ. What the hell was his college coach thinking? And his problem now is not his arm. His problem is something else.
Yeah.
I don't know what you would call it. His heart, his
Flying for the
brain,
Chargers.
his penis.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that one. Penis-to-air contact with a woman's Volvo. Never good sign.
One of the really autistic YouTube channels I follow is made by a guy who loves anime, and he's a huge Chargers fan. So he does a lot of video edits with anime girls that he crushes on wearing Chargers uniforms.
Yeah.
And every single video he does has the girl watching the Marlon McCree play. It's pretty fucking funny.
Oh no. Oh, that is cruel.
No, I have not, Santi.
Not alone.
Best not to leave anything useful behind.
To this day, it is staggering how much the Marlon McCree play changed the course of the NFL for the next 10 years, I think. Like, if that play doesn't happen, Peyton Manning probably never wins a championship with the Colts. The Chargers might actually win the Super Bowl that year. Marty Schottenheimer never gets fired. Like, feels like the whole world would be different if Marlon McMeme didn't exist.
You're not walking out of
My favorite part was after the game, he said, "Hey, I have no regrets, man. I would do it all the same way all over again if I had to. I'm trying to get the ball." Oh, that's pretty funny, Santi. Well, it's funny in a very dark and twisted way. Let's put it like that, huh?
The cosmic sort of sense.
the best you can do. Are you prepared to die? Where have they gone?
No!
Cowards.
worry. Gotcha. Ouchie! You aren't ready for this, but I am.
Where the hell did they go?
Time to finish this.
Looking back on it, the Marcus Mariota hype really didn't make much sense. Small dude with a small arm.
It's because he ran. He scrambled a lot in Oregon, that's all. If you are a quarterback who runs in college, and you do it successfully, literal millions of Mongoloids will for some reason think that you have the capability to be an NFL quarterback. I don't know why. Like, he wasn't awful, but thinking he's a franchise quarterback? No. Like, perfectly fine as a backup. Taking him second overall was a huge miss for him.
Alright, we found another artifact, baby.
You did not respond when I called to you after you pulled out the artifact. Does that mean Barrett's theory and experience were correct? The artifact grants the first person who touches it a vision? The fact that it has happened to both you and Barrett. I think it... that man.
Alright, guys, I will be taking a short break, but we are making some real progress here. I'll see you guys shortly. Okay. We are back, everybody. Welcome back.
Oh.
Yep. We are Jacksonville fans tomorrow. Big O Timo.
Why though?
Because they're playing the Saints.
Oh, okay. Oh, when the Saints go marching in. Like that.
Sure. Ah.
It was, yes. I appreciate that you see it that way. A very practical outlook, not one I find is shared amongst members of Constellation. May I ask what your background is? Argos. I have heard of this company. Small, reckless. Interesting. I do not have experience with this profession, but I have my own experiences.
You know, it would be just like the Chargers to sweep the Chiefs and
Risk.
still not make the playoffs.
We both
Big
seem
country.
to be
that seems to be like something they
unusual
would
Yeah,
do.
seriously.
to Constellation.
It's pretty on
Please,
brand, I agree.
I would ask that you not mention to Vladimir the circumstances in which you found me. This is not the first time that Varun zealots have attempted to corner me. If it is known that this has happened again, well, it has been a while since I was given an assignment on my own. I would not want it to be even longer in the future. Do you understand? Mom, this means we are in agreement. Thank you. That is good to know. I will finish here and return to New Atlantis when I can. You should go now, as they will be expecting us.
Yeah, I saw the Mecole Hardman trade. You know, it's become a real trend to do these trades in the NFL where you trade a player plus a 7th round pick and you get a 6th round pick back. It's like basically saying this player isn't even worth a 7th round pick, but we have to have something. So therefore just throw us a... Just do this so we can at least feel like we got something. Even though what we got is pretty damn worthless. It's kind of like in the NBA when you trade a player and you get a bunch of 2nd round picks back and you know those 2nd round picks are never going to be anything, but you get to feel like you got something.
I will meet you back at the lodge.
fair game.
Whoa. Alright, I got an epic item.
One time I found a spacesuit that had been infused with living flowers. Fit me like a glove. I think some pirate has it now.
Walter. Put your dick away, Walter. I'm not having sex with you right now, Walter.
Do you see anything useful over here?
How the hell do I get out of here? Yeah, if this Rams team makes the playoffs with all the injuries they're sustaining now and all the players they're losing, then I guess Sean McVay is just the best coach in NFL history. Goddamn. I don't know what else to say at that point. This team sucks. This team has no business being in the playoff conversation.
The run towar's up, bro.
I'm sorry?
Just talking out loud now.
Oh, okay. I know I've run out of digipics. I fucked up. I need to buy like 1 billion of them, but they're hard to find. Your Crowbar, are you high? I'm trying to figure out what you just said here. I'm so confused. Who do you guess is the most beautiful women that you're not sure what they look like? That cannot be what you actually meant to say. What? I'm trying to figure that one out. Sorry, dude, I got nothing. Wait, is this it? Damn it! I went around in a fucking circle. Bobby, what are you doing to that steak? It's a little bland, but I made it the way I always make it. I know.
You don't get the rich smoky flavor either.
What if we leave a few things here? And make a second trip.
Smugglers use mines a lot. They're more stable than caves, and often they have ventilation.
Hey, you might want this.
Let's put this bird into space.
Yeah, Scarecrow Bar, I'm sorry. I still don't think you're making any kind of sense whatsoever. That doesn't... I have no idea what you're trying to get at here.
Aim point reached. Orbit stable.
There was this great... I saw this great post on Instagram last night. I probably can't find it now. But it was a Reddit post that had, like, I think 13,000 comments on it. The post was, who in history is considered the villain but not actually the villain? And every single post in the thread has been deleted.
Exactly. You already know. Oh man, it's like when someone asked what the name of H.P. Lovecraft's cat was. Like you already know, man.
I heard a blind man say he imagined Katy Perry was the most beautiful woman alive. Okay, well, okay, now I kind of see what you're trying to say, but I'm not blind. So I don't really have any perceptions of women being beautiful who I've never actually seen. That doesn't make sense. Like, I don't think I could do that.
Hey, you might want this. Anything I can help you with, Captain? Oh, right. I nearly forgot.
Oh, I just busted some serious ass.
I don't believe in luck per se, but I do realize how fortunate I am to be a part of all of this.
I mean, I'm sure that's the case for some people, Scarecrow Bar, but not Marilyn Monroe. Everybody knew who Marilyn Monroe looked like back then.
Hey, you're
Just
up.
because there wasn't
Perfect.
internet.
We have so much to do, to see.
She was on magazine covers.
I hope you are satisfied with the quarters available to you.
Alright, let's do this.
Look at you two. I'm jealous. I tried following up on some leads myself, but came back empty-handed.
They could be anywhere, can't they? Embedded in a rock, or in the hands of an unsuspecting novelty goods trader? I catch myself just staring at the collection sometimes, wondering what it all means. Maybe that's how our ancestors felt when they were looking up at the stars for the first time.
They didn't just gawk at the stars, Mateo. They explored. They tested. Science brought us to space, not daydreaming.
I disagree. What's the point of science if not to enable humanity's dreams? And where do those dreams come from?
Not every dream is a pleasant one. I agree with Noel. The work
Hey,
is what
Capalot,
moves
how you
us
doing?
forward.
I'm doing pretty good tonight.
You're with me, right? Science or dreams? Which one is the true muse of space exploration? Another realist has joined our ranks. I'm outnumbered.
The truth hurts, Mateo.
Science is a scaffold for our hopes to materialize. We cannot build dreams upon dreams.
You know what? I just realized I completely overtook this whole conversation. This should be about you and Andrasia celebrating a win for the group.
I do not mind being asked to join in a debate. It was good to hear everyone's sides. But I do agree that we accomplished something together. Thank you for your help. I have no objections. Let us see what else we can find out there.
Noel, pulling some interesting data from those new artifacts. Tell the Rook to meet me back on board the station.
Alright. I'll sell my shit real quick.
I've heard you've been making the settled system safer. Not much, but take this.
Yeah, I haven't been watching any baseball playoffs yet. Very, very little. I just haven't been feeling. I just haven't been in the mood.
Small enclosed spaces with too many people I do not know. I do find that statue pleasing. I wonder if it matches the original vision of the artist, or if they changed the design as they worked on it.
All this... I got contacts all over. Stock may not be so reliable. Take your time. I got all day. Hey, take it easy.
Private sector. Now that's
That your ship that landed not too long ago? It sure is something.
It's cliche, but it's true. Be my guest.
See, it's really hard to find digipics to purchase. Damn, where'd all her money go?
If you need anything else, you know where to find us.
Yeah, I mean, I would be cool if the Phillies won. I would be cool if the Diamondbacks won. So whoever it is, I'm going to be rooting for the NL team, I guess. I'm still... It would still bug me to see the... It would annoy me to see the Rangers win. I know that it's not as bad as the Astros. But it really is going to feel like the Rangers jumped our place in line in the division because they spent money and we didn't. And there's something about that that I'd really rather not live with.
What's crazy to me is looking at this map of a whole country and what each state, what team they're supporting.
Yeah.
For the Texas series.
Oh, you mean the map of America?
Yeah, that thing. And they got
Everyone's rooting for the Rangers except for Texas and Louisiana. And Texas makes sense, but at the same time it doesn't, because
Anything you need to offload?
both teams are from Texas. There's more Astros fans in Texas than Rangers fans. Wouldn't there be a bunch of people in Texas who are incensed at how the Astros cheated and feel betrayed because they are part of that fan base?
Yeah, but the
Or
Rangers
is it
were garbage
actually
for
just
so
the case?
long, they all jumped off the bandwagon.
That's exactly what I was about to say. I'm like, is it really a case of people bandwagoning that fucking hard that the team that has Texas in its name doesn't even have the support of Texas?
Yeah, exactly.
What it reminds me of is the 2012 finals when they were showing the map of America, the states, who everyone was rooting for. Everyone was rooting for the Thunder except for Washington and Florida. Stay mad.
Wow, there were a lot of pissed off people in America then.
Trade authorities always buy.
Exactly.
Right here for you.
I like how as soon as Durant left, OKC has never been relevant again. And in spite of all that horse shit that all those Thunder fans kept talking about how they'd support their team and blah blah blah, the minute they started being bad, no one cared. Rock bottom attendance in the league every season. You'd love to see it. Like, oh, look at that. You were gifted a championship contender. I had to try or put up with any kind of tribulations of being a fan rooting for a bad team. And you pretend that being able to show up for a highly competitive team is somehow difficult. Live in Oklahoma. My God. Well, I try to tell people Miami sports fans are some of the realest sports fans in the entire country. If you can live in South Beach and you actually want to spend time going to a fucking game, sure, most people don't. But the fact that there's anybody in those stands.
Jada Pinkett Smith says Will Smith's slap of Chris Rock at the Oscars reassured her of his commitment to their marriage. Even though she's just said their marriage had been over for 6 years prior to.
Yes. What she's doing is she's having what's known colloquially as a woman moment. Which is that she literally cannot keep anything that she's saying straight at all. And every subsequent word that comes out of her mouth is just more and more bafflingly retarded. And means nothing. All of it has to do with the very simple premise that she's getting a ton of attention like she hasn't gotten in a very long time because her career fell apart just like it does for every actress, when you hit the wall. Matter of fact.
Jesus Christ. She's hardly been in anything for the last 10 years. Her career has completely fell apart 10 years ago. I guess she voices the character Gloria in the Madagascar franchise.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah.
So let me see here. Of her last one, and I'm starting the count from when the first Madagascar movie was made. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. The first Madagascar movie was made in 2005. She's been in 16 movies. Of those 16, 1, 2, 3, 4, the Madagascar franchise, where she reprises her character. The last movie that she was in was in 2021, when they did another Matrix movie. She reprised her role of Niobe.
Yes.
Before that, the last movie she was in was Angel Has Fallen in 2019.
think I
The
saw
third
that one.
installment in the Has Fallen film series, following Olympus Has Fallen and London Has Fallen, where she plays a very minor role, some FBI agent.
I think I saw that movie, but I do not remember her being in it. Yeah, I definitely saw
Like
that
I
movie.
said, very minor role. And then before that, her last movie was in 2017, Girls Trip. I don't even know what the fuck that's about. The point is, in the last 6 years, she's been in 3 movies. Her career has completely and utterly fallen the fuck apart. Damn near half of the movie that she's been in
Looks peaceful from up here,
the
doesn't
last
it?
18 years have been those Madagascar movies where she just had to give a voice. Didn't have to actually appear on screen. She's not a very good actress, and she was never that attractive to begin with, but as she's gotten older, just like everyone, she has stopped being as attractive. So all of a sudden, she's getting all kinds of attention. Now, the attention's negative. But to a woman, that doesn't matter. Which is why it's a woman moment. The only thing that matters is she's getting a ton of attention. So she'll say whatever she needs to in order to get attention. She'll say whatever she needs to in order to get people to pay attention to her. She'll make a complete ass of herself, but it doesn't matter.
Alright, let's cycle that airlock and get aboard.
Keep fucking my wife.
Pretty much. This, except unironically.
I never got around to watching the Chris Rock special, but I do like Chris Rock, so I'd be surprised if it wasn't good. I like when he hosted the Oscars that year. There was that whole Oscars so white controversy, and he had the joke that it was like, you know, isn't it nice that this is the shit we complain about now, and not I might get lynched walking home from work. Like, isn't this so much, like, you know, trying to put it all in perspective? Jada Pinkett Smith uninviting herself from the Oscars is like me uninviting myself from Rihanna's panties. Neither of us were invited.
Too much.
Now that those artifacts aren't just blips of hope in the Blackest Sea, I found an interesting pattern. The Grav anomaly.
You know, actually, now that you mention it, when was the last time Will Smith has been in stuff? It seems like it's been a little bit slow for him lately.
After the colossal failure that was that horseshit movie he made with his kid, it's kind of...
Yeah. So...
Yeah, let's see. That After Earth movie was in 2013, so 10 years ago. In the last 10 years, including that one, he's made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, hold on. These aren't all actress or actor appearances. The filmography.
Yeah, well, the slap happened with the day he won for King Richard.
Right. I have to recount. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. And one of those 17 is an untitled fourth Bad Boys film, which is in the process of being made right now. That crappy Suicide Squad movie. Bedroll and Anchorman 2.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Oh, shit. I'm looking at the Bad Boys 4. Kim Wexler is going to be in it.
Nice. A crappy live-action Aladdin. The concussion movie, Tell the Truth.
Yeah, Bright. I remember Bright.
Jesus. So many of these movies are awful. And then, yeah, like you said, Keep Fucking My Wife, the movie.
Yeah, I know he had a bunch of projects that got canned because of the Oscars thing.
Generated by one of those artifacts?
I can't even feel bad for him. What a clown.
A bigger
Yeah,
one.
there's nothing to feel bad for.
Exactly.
All
True
right,
tales of
let me
brainlessism.
transfer over the data. But I need you wearing caution's boots for this one. No telling what this thing is or why it's so large. Going to send you the mark close as I can, but I'm having trouble pinpointing the source. You'll need to explore the area on foot.
I thought
Put
Judd
your
Apatow
scanner to
wasn't making
work.
movies anymore. I haven't seen a movie from
Don't
him in a
know
long
what you'll
time.
find. Keep your eyes open. And from there, maybe you catch a smile and uncover the source of it all.
That was actually really fun. The couple of days after the slap happened, where everyone was debating whether or not it was real or staged.
Yeah.
Pressure normalizing. Undocking complete. Nice jump. Right on target.
Shit.
Wrong place, wrong. Bandit! Bandit!
Yeah, right. Scanning. Damn it! Spin up the drives! We're leaving. We're... sorry. Faster!
Please, don't kill me!
Thank you, Mantis. What's a mantis?
Yeah, get the hell out of here.
I thought we were dead, but those spacers were terrified. I can't believe it. We were saved by the mantis.
Hell de truth.
Everybody keeps going on about this mantis. Who the hell is the mantis?
I think the craziest thing about that movie is that,
It must be some reputation. I've never seen anything like that. And so modest. The mantis is a bona fide legend.
who the hell thought that Will Smith would have been the best pick for that role? I just...
To give the mantis some sort of reward? The mantis never takes a reward. Bless you, sir. Ma'am. I can't believe we were rescued by you. Wait, so this is free?
Seriously though, he blew it with that fucking retarded movie he tried to make with his kid.
I like how the aliens in that movie were trying to create a monster that they could use to kill humans, so they created like the perfect predator to hunt humans, and then they made it blind. Like, if you're going to breed a species specifically for hunting humans, you should probably make it so they can see.
Yeah, seriously.
That seems like common sense.
Or smell, that'd help too.
Actually, JS, back when I used to work at this mom and pop computer fixing store, it was owned by like a friend of my dad, and I worked there for like a year. We had 2 DVDs that we would use to test computers, They were brought in because a lot of the time somebody would come in and say like, I can't play DVDs on my computer, fix it. So we'd fix it, and then we'd use one of two DVDs to see if the movie was working. One was Vantage Point, and the other was 7 Pounds.
What was the other?
I mean, I know you want me to say something like Shrek, but I don't have a good meme option. It was just those two.
No, I was just kidding. I was just hoping that there was
Yeah, Vantage
another one.
Point was the one where there's like an assassination attempt on the president, and you see it from 7 different perspectives over and over. It's like,
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
I think it's Forrest Whitaker and Dennis Quaid.
Yeah, it was. I remember Forrest Whitaker in that movie. Kind of crazy, man. Let me tell you.
Happily. Take this, Mantis. So damn classy. You're my hero, Mantis. Well then, thank you, Mantis. Ship's repaired. We'll be heading out.
My favorite part of 7 Pounds is the end of the movie when he wants to donate his heart. He wants to, like, he wants to be a heart donor. So he gets his pet jellyfish to kill him. Like, that jellyfish is going to poison you and render your heart completely useless as a donation, dude. I don't know if you know this or not.
Well, it happens.
I guess it's the thought that counts.
Exactly. You got to remember the ancient wise saying: with great jellyfish comes great responsibility.
Take us in.
Yeah, exactly, Seahawks David. It was exactly, David. It was like Groundhog's Day, but not tongue-in-cheek. They actually thought it would be fun for us to watch the exact same assassination 7 times. I think.
When you think about it, it is pretty based.
I saw Shark Tale not too long after it came out, Big Country. I don't remember it at all. I don't think I thought it was good. I had a friend back in the mid-00s who had never seen Star Wars before. He was my age, but he just didn't grow up in a household where watching films was much of a thing. Like, most of the movies he had watched were ones that starred Jenna Jameson. So, he had never seen Star Wars before, so he ended up watching Phantom Menace on a bootleg video. Where somebody brings a camcorder into the movie theater and discreetly films it. So I actually watched it on one of those, and he said that on his bootleg cut, right after the movie's over, somebody in the audience yells, "Lucas sucks." The Peanut Gallery's always fun for big movies like that. Snacks, have you ever been to a movie theater to see like a romantic movie or a sad movie and had somebody in the theater who was just way too emotional about the whole thing? Like, just as an example, back in the day, seeing Titanic in a theater filled with women, like what that experience would have been like. Have you ever had anything like that happen to you?
To myself, no. I've never done that.
Toy Story 3 did actually mess me up. I will acknowledge that. That was fucked.
What does your scanner reveal?
Sometimes I don't get sad, but I get emotional when a really good movie has its emotional climax. Like the last 15 minutes of The Shawshank Redemption, or the last, I'd say, like 30 seconds of The Dark Knight. Like, it just hits. The only film I remember seeing that had anybody crying in the crowd was Passion of the Christ. Yeah, I could see that one. I did not see that one in theaters, though. Do you have any idea how little that narrows it down? What a sad indictment of the educational system in this country that some people thought the Blair Witch Project was real. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I mean, I remember the found footage genre.
Mm-hmm. Like, if it was real, then how did they recover the videotape? Right?
Excellent point.
That poor possessed woman just mailed it back to the kid's parents after killing the kid or whatever.
Exactly. She couldn't think of anything else to do, you know? She just... Like, it's like Dave Chappelle said, you know, he's like, yeah, you ever notice every time a black person gets killed by the police, they sprinkle some crack on themselves before they die?
One of the movies that kind of low-key traumatized me when I was a little kid was The Patriot with Mel Gibson, because I watched it when I was like 7. And it has that scene where the dude's head gets blown off by a cannonball. I remember seeing that and I was like, wait, how did they do that? Because, you know, I was a little kid and I didn't understand special effects that well. So I just see a dude's head getting graphically blown off by a cannonball.
Which was based.
I've still never seen Titanic. I think the second half of Titanic is pretty good, honestly. You gotta sit through some shit to get there. And there is something extremely disrespectful about the movie, I think. But it has good elements to it.
Fucking minions will kill him. Look at that shit.
I mean, I liked Field of Dreams Scarecrow, but I don't think there's anything in that movie that would make me cry or feel emotional. So I don't know about that. cry during that scene in Downfall when they tell Hitler that Steiner's not going to be able to...
That's how much of an OG I am. All you had to do was say Downfall. There's a lot of people don't even know that's the name of the movie. I immediately started laughing.
Yeah, but I start crying because it's always an edit, and it's always a hilarious one, so...
Oh, okay. I thought you were crying because of the real history behind it.
As far as
Like,
you
damn
all
it,
know...
Yeah, seriously. Damn it, if only the attack succeeded. What we were denied. I mean, yeah, it was totally funny, those edits. They were hilarious.
That was like one of the original high-effort memes, because there were always low-effort memes, but that was like a meme you had to put effort into to partake in. I wonder how many people have actually seen that movie compared to how many people are familiar with the meme.
I think very few people have actually seen it because it's a movie that's in a completely other language. A lot of folks don't watch foreign language films.
Not sure why. There's nothing wrong with them.
Oh, yeah. Pan's Labyrinth is a good movie. I like that one.
I do too.
Alright guys, I think that's going to do it for tonight. We made some good progress here. Thank you everybody for hanging out. See you guys later today. Going to be videos, and there's a Hawksnest show tomorrow.